What if I told you that a silent revolution is happening right now, where people with the least amount of money are becoming the biggest risk takers in the business world? It sounds inspiring, right? But what if this surprising trend is actually having unintended consequences on the economy? Today, we're diving into a story that's both empowering and controversial. So stay with me until the end as we uncover the surprising truth behind low-income entrepreneurship and the question no one dares to ask: is it doing more harm than good? Today, we'll talk about low-income folks launching many new businesses. Is it hurting the economy? So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. The rise of low-income entrepreneurs, a bold new trend. Across the world, and especially in struggling economies, something unexpected is happening. Low-income individuals are launching new businesses at record rates. From food carts to beauty salons, delivery services to digital shops, these everyday people are betting on themselves when traditional jobs fail them. In many ways, it's a story of resilience, grit, and hustle. Well, what's driving this sudden entrepreneurial wave, and why now? Experts believe that stagnant wages, job insecurity, and the desire for independence are fueling this trend. But it's not without complications. These entrepreneurs are taking risks that many wouldn't dare to, yet they're finding innovative ways to make a living in an ever-changing economic landscape. But does this trend signal a brighter future, or are these risks an unsustainable response to a broken system? Financial desperation, a dangerous motivation. Unlike wealthy investors who start businesses with backup plans and safety nets, low-income entrepreneurs often launch their ventures out of sheer financial necessity. Some drain their savings, others take high-interest loans, and many risk everything just to escape poverty. While their determination is admirable, the stakes are incredibly high. If their business fails, and most small businesses do within the first year, they're left worse off than before. This desperation-fueled entrepreneurship may be heroic, but it also raises the question: are we romanticizing a survival tactic? These individuals are often caught in a cycle of debt and stress, trying to balance their dreams with the reality of economic hardship. The pressure to succeed can feel like a race against time, with no safety net to fall back on if things go wrong. The informal economy, booming but unstable. Many low-income businesses operate informally, without business licenses, employee benefits, or tax contributions. While this can stimulate local economies and provide essential services, it also creates an unstable system with little regulation or protection. Informal businesses don't usually offer jobs with long-term security, and they often exist outside of labor laws. This growing informal sector may give the illusion of economic growth, but beneath the surface, it could be eroding the foundation of a stable economy. Without access to proper resources, informal businesses can easily fall prey to exploitation and unfair competition. This lack of regulation also means workers are left vulnerable, with few avenues to address grievances or improve their working conditions. Before we go further, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insightful videos. The impact on market saturation. With so many micro-businesses popping up in similar industries, food stalls, freelance services, reselling, the market is becoming saturated in some areas. This saturation leads to fierce price competition, low profit margins, and eventually, burnout. Many of these entrepreneurs end up competing with each other in a race to the bottom, where no one truly wins. It's a harsh cycle that can hurt both the sellers and the economy in the long term by discouraging innovation and sustainable business models. In addition, when the market becomes oversaturated, the likelihood of success diminishes significantly, making it harder for entrepreneurs to stand out or generate significant revenue. The constant pressure to cut prices further reduces chances of building a loyal customer base and leads to a stifling of creativity and differentiation. Are traditional jobs failing us? The rise of low-income entrepreneurship also exposes a deeper issue: the weakening of traditional employment. With fewer full-time jobs offering livable wages, benefits, or security, people are turning to entrepreneurship as a last resort, not a first choice. This shift reflects systemic failures in the labor market. And while it might look like empowerment on the outside, underneath it could be a sign that society is failing to support its most vulnerable workers. The increase in entrepreneurial activity is a direct result of a job market that is increasingly volatile, offering less stability and fewer opportunities for career advancement. This has created a generation of workers who are not simply chasing their dreams, but desperately trying to survive in an economy that doesn't meet their needs. The emotional cost of entrepreneurship. Running a business is stressful, even more so when your family's next meal depends on it. Many low-income entrepreneurs face immense mental strain, working long hours with little rest or support. Burnout, depression, and financial anxiety are common side effects. While success stories are often highlighted in the media, the emotional toll behind the scenes is rarely talked about. We have to ask, is this really the path to prosperity, or are we putting too much pressure on people who are already struggling? Many of these entrepreneurs juggle their personal and professional lives with no clear boundary, leaving them exhausted and overwhelmed. The isolation that comes with self-employment only exacerbates mental health challenges, creating a vicious cycle where emotional well-being suffers in pursuit of financial security. Economic growth or economic strain. On paper, more businesses mean more economic activity, more money circulating, more services offered, more jobs created. But if most of these ventures are small, informal, and short-lived, their impact on long-term economic stability is questionable. In fact, some economists argue that too many micro-businesses can actually slow national productivity and drag down GDP growth by diverting resources from scalable, sustainable enterprises. The survival of these businesses often depends on their ability to adapt quickly, yet many lack the support systems necessary for innovation or growth. As a result, the economy may appear to be thriving at a surface level, but deeper structural issues can prevent real progress from being made. The government's roles, support, or neglect. One of the biggest concerns is whether low-income entrepreneurs are being supported or simply neglected. Are governments offering training, funding, and mentorship? Or are they using entrepreneurship as an excuse to avoid fixing broken job markets and social safety nets? Without proper infrastructure, many of these businesses are set up to fail. It's crucial for policymakers to recognize the difference between empowerment and abandonment. Governments must step up by providing targeted resources, including affordable access to capital and networks of support. This will ensure that these businesses don't just survive but thrive, contributing meaningfully to the broader economy. What can be done? A smarter path forward. If we want this wave of entrepreneurship to truly lift communities, there needs to be a smarter path forward. That means access to low-interest loans, affordable training programs, and fair regulation that supports small business growth while protecting workers. It also means rebuilding traditional employment opportunities so that entrepreneurship is a choice, not a necessity born of desperation. By focusing on sustainable business practices and supporting long-term growth strategies, we can create a healthier, more resilient economy where entrepreneurship becomes a viable and rewarding path for all, not just the few who manage to make it. This support can ultimately bridge the gap between low-income individuals and the resources they need to build successful ventures. A story of hope and warning. In the end, the rise of low-income entrepreneurs is both a story of hope and a warning sign. It shows how resilient and resourceful people can be when they're backed into a corner. But it also shows how easy it is to mistake struggle for success. If we truly want to support these brave risk-takers, we need to build an economy that values them, not just their hustle. The current trend of low-income entrepreneurship highlights the need for systemic changes that prioritize long-term stability over quick fixes. Only then can we ensure that entrepreneurial spirit is not a desperate gamble, but a sustainable way of life. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.